Just waiting on everybody to jump back in. Just waiting. It's me in here by myself. Oh, there's Val. There's Val. Okay. We got two followers. We got two. Let me see. Not lonely anymore. I was gonna start singing "Lonely" by Akon. Okay, there's Slim. Let's see who else we got. All right, let's see.
Instagram said I'm too innocent. I shouldn't be talking about these things.
Words.
Yo, y'all lied. Hey, y'all lied to me because they did not give me any type of warning. They just
Nothing
said
at
it
all?
Word.
live ended, and I was
They
like,
put that
bro,
shit
what?
together, God. Niggas is
No,
like,
they
They
gave me no.
did.
I've been looking for the warning this whole time. Nothing.
Nothing.
you
Okay.
Nothing.
incognito, yo. You should have went to need somebody else's motherfucking page.
I should have. I'm gonna have to create like a separate.
They don't want to take you out of the jail. They're keeping you
They
in the
don't.
jail.
They really don't like me. They really don't like me. I don't get it. They was just like, nah, we just gonna end this douche. Cut it.
Crazy.
All right, we're gonna wait for people to jump back in, and then we're gonna get started. Val, you can just pick up where you left off.
Gotcha.
When AJ was buffering, I was like, oh, she found her out. Like she.
Yeah, I realized that it was me, so I kind of jumped out and came back in, but then we ended.
That's cool. We got one more question for everybody, and then it's AJ time. As you can see in the comments,
Dun, dun,
that everybody
dun.
has been loving AJ. I even saw a fan
Y'all
favorite,
are
and
stressing me
somebody
out.
even co-signed it. Look at that. You
Yep.
might not get this whole seat back.
You know what? I'm okay with that. We can definitely do a rotation. I'm okay with that.
Who will be next on the hot seat? Dum 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 dum.
I say Slim.
I'm with it.
What's up?
Slim got some fans in the comments.
Oh, man.
Yo,
Slim got some fans.
somebody say, yo, Slim's gets more attracted to me every week. Every
Oh,
2 weeks. I
Hey,
say,
hey.
thank you. Appreciate it.
so okay, my boy.
That's what
Go
I'm
ahead.
talking about.
Trying
Yeah,
to be
Slim
like
on the hot seat.
you when I grow up.
I'm trying to be like you, man.
Man, y'all know what it means when two black people start saying it, trying to be like you when I grow up.
That's one of the greatest videos ever. I love
Nah,
that
man,
video.
you the one, man. You the one, man.
Man, hey man, you're doing a great job out there.
Nah,
Man,
man.
you are
Nah,
doing
man. Use your
incredible.
college, man. Use your college, man. Got one question for you. Can you whoop my ass?
Oh man. All right, so Val, if you want to pick up where you left off.
Yeah.
We was talking about eating pussy.
Yeah, I guess.
AJ looking at me like this nigga. AJ, I'm just.
AJ said she likes it when you smoke.
That's what I
She
do.
likes it. All right, Val, go ahead.
We get a lot out of Slim when he smoked. Oh Lord.
Right?
We do. Picking up where I left. Okay. Giving it. You're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for the other person. Communication, nonverbals, big deal. Paying attention to the nonverbals. I mean, if you're not able to pick up on the nonverbals, that's okay because not everybody can do that. I'm not going to fault you for that. But that's when you use your words. That's when you ask those questions. Like AJ said, you're communicating. How does this feel? There's nothing wrong with asking that at all. Like you're trying to gauge what actually makes her feel great. So I think that's a big deal. And it's the same thing when you're receiving. Like I would want the individual to know to go with what I like, trying to figure out what I like, not just doing it just to do it. Like AJ said, like, nah, call it a day. Like, no, take your time with it. Somebody put in the comments before we left, being passionate about it,
Yes.
being intentional about it. Not just like all right, I'm just gonna do this until it's time to, whatever, until he comes or until y'all want to have sex, whatever it is. Just taking the time. But I'm very big on the communication being intertwined. You're not doing it for yourself. You're doing it for the other person.
Dope.
I mean, I do.
All great answers. Yeah, I love it. I love it when they enjoy doing it, but they enjoy it also for doing it just because it's me.
Yes.
Yes.
That's when it's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, quickly. Wildest place you've ever had sex?
Say it
What
again.
was that?
Wildest place you have ever had sex?
Wilder?
Craziest. We had this conversation in the chat the other day a little bit. We were supposed to talk about it in the episode, but we didn't get around to it.
I'll go ahead and start then. What y'all think?
Mm-hmm.
The walk-in freezer of somewhere I was working
Yeah,
at a time.
that was wild.
During operation hours, with other people walking around like in the back of the house.
You ain't cold? Frozen?
I was, but
Right?
for those who are familiar with like temperature play, like it can make like
Yeah,
like that blood gets in there and like to keep it warm and just
Locks them in.
yeah.
constriction.
So
What?
like
You taught me
if you
something
ever
new.
gotten hey listen, if you ever gotten head with ice, like everything else was yeah, it was cold, but like I wasn't focused on that, I was
Yeah.
doing my thing. Um but yeah, it locks that thing in there. Like if you've ever got like I said, if you ever gotten head with ice, it's the same thing. Except the dick was warm because it's inside pussy.
Gotcha. Hmm.
Mm. All right, Val.
Babe, where's the princess?
Oh, all right. I'll take
Well,
it.
You forgot to mute yourself out.
I'll take
no,
it.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
All right, go ahead, son.
Hey, where's the wildest place we had sex? Nah. Wildest place I had sex was probably particular place of employment I was working at. Like on like a lunch break. Like the office shut down and you know, a friend of mine came through and one thing turned to another and that was that.
So mine doesn't add up to y'all's walk-in freezer. Um, Mine, and I'm only going to give you a snippet because I want to try to listen from the mind of Mr. L's podcast. I got to listen to the episode so you can get the whole entire story. But it was on a cruise. Um, should I just leave it there? I feel like I should just leave it there.
That's fine. That's
So then
good
I have to
enough.
listen to the episode.
Yep.
Gotta listen to the
AJ.
episode.
Um, I don't know. I don't really have a wild place. In the bathroom at my friend's wedding before I was supposed to give my maid of honor speech. Does that count?
Yeah, I think so.
That
I
counts.
mean,
I think so. I mean, like that's not normal. I
I mean
don't
the
think.
timing. If the
Yeah,
place is off, the
the
timing is
timing. The
definitely.
Yeah.
timing.
I think
Yeah,
the timing is a bigger factor here than the place.
yeah. That was a little interesting because then they were calling for the maid
Did
of
you?
honor to make her speech. So I kind of had to like,
So you held it up? Did you held it up? Like hold up the reception because you weren't there in time to make the speech, or
Did you,
like how did your friend feel?
did you leave a trail of
oh,
water?
she didn't
Did
know
you
what
did?
she didn't really know what happened.
Mm,
So you know what I mean? Like people just assumed that I was in the bathroom, maybe I wasn't feeling well or whatever. So like I come running out of the
Okay.
bathroom. He stayed in the bathroom and kind of made a quiet exit so it didn't look some type of way.
right.
But when I told her after, I
Like,
waited until she was good and drunk before I told her because I didn't want her to be mad at me. So
So how was like what it was her response when you finally told her?
um I don't think it really registered what I was saying to her. And then we didn't have a follow-up conversation because I don't think she remembered me saying it to her.
I hope it
And I
visited her
certainly
Clear.
because
wasn't
it's
going to bring
live.
it up again. I felt like I said it. It was enough. I didn't need to
Mm. I really hope she watches this live one
the
day.
scheming part of me fucking likes that.
I love it. Look, yeah,
Like,
it's
hey,
great.
I said it.
It's
Um,
dope.
because
It's
like
my fault you didn't
when
hear
I
it. I said it.
when I get married, I plan on fucking before my reception. I ain't gonna hold you. Like I don't want to wait to get it in on the honeymoon. Nah, baby. We got
I'd
to
probably
change
be
for
late
these
for yeah,
reception
you'd be
pictures
late for the
anyway.
reception.
That's why there's gonna be an open bar. Hey, everybody enjoy some drinks,
Tell
and we're
tell the
gonna
limo to take another spin around the block.
Hey.
exactly. But I like that. Like the exhibitionist to me is like, oh yeah.
Mhm.
All right, cool. Let's jump into AJ's hot seat.
Dun
Uh,
dun dun.
so we're gonna start
I
off
don't even
this.
like this.
We're gonna start off this with a fuck Mary kill.
Hmm.
Here are your three: Idris Elba,
Oh.
Marsha Ali, and
Who?
Javante. Marsha Ali. He, what is somebody help me out? What does he play in? He does movies. You ever seen Moonlight? I think he was in Moonlight.
What's his name?
Marsha Ali.
Marshall Ali.
hmm He's in the upcoming Blade movie.
Oh, yes. Okay.
All right,
Oh,
so
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. So,
And then
so
who's
if
the,
anybody would like to pull up the pictures, so we have Idris Elba,
yes,
Marsha Ali, and Trevante Rhodes.
I got to look for him. Trevante Rose.
hmm
She
Fuck,
took
fuck, Mary Kill.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Mary Idris Elba, without question. Can I have a side man? Can I have a side ting?
Nope.
Can I have a sneaky
You,
link?
nope.
We've
You
never
did
got
not allow us.
Really?
No, we
we've
have not
never gotten a
killed
sneaky
one.
link
Yeah, we
We've
don't get
nope.
one.
because I can't
We
use a
nope.
couple.
Nope. You feel me? Ain't
I
nobody
want a
dying here.
throuple. I want two husbands.
Nope.
No.
Not in this scenario.
Okay. Mary Idris Elba, fuck
Mhm.
the shit out of Marshall Ali. Trevante, I'm sorry, honey. You gotta take the axe. You gotta take the chop.
Damn.
All
But
right.
Idris Elba, oh Lord.
So let's start off. Let's start off with a question. Then following that, if you had a penis for a day, what would your day consist of?
Honestly, like no cap. I
Yeah.
would fuck as much as I could humanly possibly. No, I would Val. I might. I don't know. I probably need therapy for this, but no. I really big and serious. I would whore myself. I would whore myself until I couldn't walk no more. I would fuck everything that move, and I would try cultural pussy. Like I wouldn't just fuck black women. I want to try pum pum from just about every culture that I could dig in. You know why? Because I want to see if there's a difference. Because like you have different men that like whatever people like what they like. I want
Yep.
to know if like South Asian pum pum feels different than Caribbean pum pum, feels different than Caucasian pum pum. Like I would whore myself.
I have a few more nationalities to cross off the list, but I get you.
Just
You know,
yeah, I would
just
get to as many as and the thing is I would be upfront with people. I would say,
mhm.
look, I have a penis for a day. I'm trying to accomplish some things. Do you want to be part of the roster or not? I'm not going to degrade you. I'm not going to treat you like, but I just need to know, can I jump in your hole?
I'm gonna try that. I feel like I've tried that before and it didn't work for me. What you just said?
That's because you're a man. You're an
I
actual
mean,
man. It's
you would
not
be a
going to
man.
work for you.
You
It's
would
because
be a
you're a
man.
guy. Like,
That's very true. Women, I believe, will be more understanding if AJ is like, "Hey, listen, I'm a man for the day,"
you know why too?
and
They
that's
As
told
weird
it.
me,
as it is,
hey,
like
check this shit out. I got this
women
picture,
like
right?
me. Like so
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like,
yeah.
shut up, whatever. With my personality, because women like me, I think it would be easy enough if I had a penis to
hmm
I'm just saying.
Yo, and when some women are into
Slim, if you and I went out, I would take every girl from you that you ever tried to chop. Trust me.
you probably would. I
Oh,
mean, I wouldn't.
I'm just saying.
I'm not.
Where did that
whoa,
come from?
I don't know.
What?
whoa.
I
Just
don't know.
okay. We're going back to
Dang,
okay. We're going back
dang.
to another
Got
fucking Mary Kill.
confidence.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ooh, I ain't say you couldn't.
Dang. Like, how did my
I didn't
man get
even put
caught
up
in
a
the
fight.
I
crossfire like
love
that?
you,
Like,
Slim.
It wasn't even provoked. What did I say? What did I
I'm glad
do?
that I'm the one
Look
hosting
at the
tonight.
shots. Look at the gun. They got fucking
Shots,
pistols.
shots fired.
Someone please call 911.
She
I've
started to
been
plow,
shot
plow,
down.
plow.
I told y'all
Oh
not to
man.
have me over here asking me nothing. You see what's happening now?
This is
Man,
great. Nah, this is great.
All
that
right.
nigga asked you, not
So
me. Like, he asked the questions.
all right, so let's go to the second fuck Mary Kill. This is the light skin version. Shamar Moore,
Okay.
Michael Ealy,
Okay.
Lenny Kravitz.
Whew, Lenny Kravitz would have to be my husband. He would have to be my husband. Um, I'm definitely gonna kill Shamar Moore. Like he's cool and everything, but Nah, nah. Michael Ealy, he could get some vagina. Absolutely. And some head. And some throat. And some ass. I'm just saying.
It's a little bit of everything, huh? Just
Just
throw the
A little bit of
the
everything.
buffet. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta give it to him good so that he can remember, so that if he wants to come back like and be the sneaky link, I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
I see.
All right. Let's go to the next question. What's what is the craziest thing a man has ever, or actually, what's the craziest a man has ever acted over you?
Mm.
Acted over me?
Like whether he did something, was super overprotective, just like whatever
Or
craziest
you
thing. Because
name
like
it on him, really
we
good.
talk about knocking on the door and how that can bring out the crazy in the woman, right?
There you
So like,
go.
has there ever been a man to follow through on his crazy with you, and what did he do?
you ever blew a nigga booty hole and make him go crazy? Nah, for real. Y'all know
Slim?
that. Always say
Slim?
that. You know that make a
Yeah,
nigga
because that's
pop.
something you say regularly. Is there a conversation we need to have about you and your booty hole and getting your booty hole blown in your booty hole?
Nah, I'm just saying, like, that's how you get
I'm
niggas
trying to
fine.
understand the part what you're saying. Like, what is that? What are you saying, Slim?
I'm just
We're
saying, blow a nigga booty hole, he'll fall in line. That's all I'm saying, yo. He start getting a little crazy on you and shit. I'm telling you.
okay. So AJ, so AJ,
What is the craziest?
Mhm.
Hmm. Um, okay, so oh my gosh. One time this uh oh my gosh, I don't even know how to tell this story. I'll just say he showed up at my job. I had to call security. Well, security was downstairs. They called me. I told them not to let him into the building. I had blocked him. He called me from his woman's number.
Damn.
Yeah. See, the thing is, when we met and we started fucking, I didn't know that he had a girl. And then I
Right.
found out, 'cause I went to his house one day and I inadvertently found out that, and so I was like, yeah, I'm not good with this. Like, I don't like when people lie to me. Like, if you have a woman, it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not going to fuck with you. I know that's like a
hmm
terrible thing to say or whatever, but at least give me the choice to decide. Like, don't try to, you know what I mean? And especially when you give them some good pum pum and they ton fool behind it. Like, I don't like that shit.
hmm
And then he invited me to go have drinks with him and his friend. And it
With a
turned out it was
friend's.
him and his woman. He was trying to get us, yeah, he was trying to get us linked up into a threesome.
Was she with
I
it?
Was
Like,
she
excused
was
with
it
it
part of
though?
myself.
the plan?
Yeah, she knew.
I think she was with it, which in and of itself just kind of creeps me out because
Right.
I don't know if she was with it because she wanted to be or because she was subservient to him. And it's
Gotcha.
whatever their relationship is. So I left. I politely excused myself. Um, but I probably had to block him about 4 different times because he just kept calling from different numbers, and that was just yeah.
That's like restraint.
Fortunately, I left that job and he never knew where I lived. Because I'm pretty
That,
sure he would have shown up at my house.
See,
that man walking up to that place to this day, like, yo, I know she here. I
Right?
know she still work here.
Right. Where she get transferred to?
right? No, AJ, that's when the lesson comes in. You taught us well. You said, do not go through the door. Why? Why are you doing it to these people? Why are they coming up to
Val,
you?
Why did
Val,
you open? You
Yeah,
you
that's
open.
remember when I
Right?
said you shouldn't knock on the door because you don't know what's going to answer on the other side?
Yes.
Sometimes, okay, so this is what happened. Our first session, I think that he felt like, and I'm not even going to lie, our first session, he had me. Like, he did
Okay.
his job proper. I gave him props. I was like, yeah, you did. But then he started talking on some cocky shit. And so the Hulk
Right.
emerged.
Yep.
And so then I had to go and prove a point. And when the Hulk emerges and I have to prove a point, I'm trying to break your fucking spine in about 5 different places and make you non-functional for whoever else it is that you have to go to. And that's how you end up at my job. I don't like when people try to test my gangster because then I have to show you why you can't manage. But it
Hmm.
backfired because now I had old boy showing up at my job and trying to engage me in a relationship with him and his Oman. No, sir, we're not doing that.
that's
So it sounds to me like he didn't. He the first time he knocked the door, went in, came out. You know. The second time, you were at the door with the door open in the trench coat
Wide
and
open.
heels,
Come in.
and
I
you
had
said, "Come
drinks.
in."
I had
In
snacks.
the
I had
door.
come on in through the door. You don't even have to knock. Just come through.
Know what I think of?
Just come through.
Know what I think of on some G shit? I think of fucking the cartoon where like the cartoon character would run through the door and the one behind the door would just open it and he would run right in. You know what I'm saying? He
Yep,
would run
and then he
right
get
through the
messed
door.
up, right?
Right, and then he
Well,
shut the door behind him. Now the motherfucking trap, yo. Like you set that trap up, big. It's a pussy trap. She set up a pussy trap, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
so
That's what
that
it.
leads me into the next question.
I'm my superheroes being changed to Poison Ivy and Black Widow. I'll accept both.
We'll go with Black Widow because
I
Poison
heard you get
Ivy
called
isn't.
Black Widow before. They called you that before, like other lives.
So it leads us into our next question for you. How would you suggest to handle a bully?
Handle a bully?
Mm-hmm. In the bully versus Dom situation. I feel like we just got part of it, kind of.
I think honestly, okay, so like in all seriousness, I think it really depends on the person's personality. Like
Okay.
because I'm switch, I'm able to me handling a dom might not be the same way as someone who's submissive and concerned about handling a dom who's actually not a dom but who's actually a bully. So for me, I flip the tables and I dom the dom. So that person that you and I talked about, yeah, I flipped the tables. My last interaction with him, he couldn't perform, and I rode his neck and talked to him and saying like, "This is the best that you can do. You talked all that shit. This is the best performance that you can give. Do you want me to fuck you? Because clearly you can't fuck me. So you want to try to prove?" That's why, like, y'all, honestly,
So one
Badass
second, Dom,
Jones. It's not a name just because. But
That's Jones.
if you're not if you are more of a submissive personality and you are dealing with a dom who is more of a bully, honestly, there isn't anything that you can do to control that person. Your best option is to walk away, really and truly. And I know
say
that people, like I've talked to people who are like, "Oh, I would never tell somebody to walk away from a situation." Fuck that. I tell people that all the time. If it's not good for you, you don't have to make excuses to anybody. Walk the fuck away. Because you know what's going to end up happening? Sorry, people will do to you what you allow them to do to you. And the longer you stay, the more they feel like they're in control of the situation and the more you're giving them control of the situation.
Yep.
People, men who are bullies, women who are bullies, people who are sexual bullies, they're not going to change because they see you crying. They're not going to change because you feel bad. They're not going to change because you complain. Because every time you come back and they see that they can push a little bit more, guess what they're going to do? Push a little bit more.
Facts.
Those are my words of advice.
I agree.
Katie Ann McLean, you're absolutely right. It is absolutely not safe. I know a woman who dealt with the same dom bully that I dealt with, but she's far more submissive. This man almost broke her arm.
Mm-hmm.
This man knew where she lived, came to visit, and stayed for 5 days because he wanted to, despite her asking him to leave. I don't play those things, eh? Trust me, I have knives in my cupboard. I have knives in my drawer. I carry a ratchet. I'm not the fucking one to be played with. But
That's
again,
tough.
it depends on your personality.
Agreed. And you already know me. I advocate for
Yeah,
you to do what is the safest thing that you can possibly do. Whether you got to slap a motherfucker, call the police, whatever.
yeah,
But also when dudes are trying to be bullies and they're not doming correctly, AJ will tell you this, that I'm an advocate for flipping the game on them and running
absolutely.
their shit. Um, let's go to the next fucking Mary Kill. We do have another one for you. Dum dum dum.
How did this
Um,
become a focus on me? I just don't even understand. We have two other
Zelda,
members of Three Guys and a Girl. What's going on?
fellas, is there something y'all have to say? Like, are y'all okay with this? You good?
Oh, well, I'm straight over here. I'm
I,
loving this.
Swear,
you
you good?
knew, you knew, you
Val, I already disowned you. Val, me
I
and
still
you?
love you. I still love you.
Hey,
Really,
look,
Val?
know why? Because
Slim
she
said
made a
chill.
good point.
Whatever.
Yeah, you left her high and dry during Mr. L's episode, son. You left her high and dry during that episode.
I'm all
Val,
for. I
Val
feel
left
like
me dangling in the wind.
I
AJ
ain't
is a
peeping
bit.
until
She
you
nah
clipped
nah
it.
nah nah
I
nah
ain't peeping till you clipped it, AJ, but you definitely left this nigga
no.
hanging. Yeah.
AJ is a very interesting entity. Okay, she is always giving the questions. She is rarely answering the questions, and I feel as if all of the listeners can learn something from her. And all the jewels that she
Absolutely.
already dropped. Come on,
Hmm.
come on.
Really, Val?
Love you.
All right. So your next
Fuck,
one, Mary
marry, kill.
Kill. This is the more the young guns.
I like him
So we
young.
got.
So break him
I
in.
don't even know how young the last one is, but we're gonna go with it anyway. Jonathan Majors. Have you seen The Harder They Fall with
Yes.
Idris Elba? The main character.
I still
He
gotta see.
played. I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna spoil it. The
Yes.
main
Okay.
character.
Yes.
Him. That's Jonathan Majors. Then you have Michael B. Jordan,
Okay.
and then you have. I know that he's not as young as these guys, but what's his name? Yaya, whatever. The guy who played in Candyman, and what is his
His
last
name is
name?
Yaya?
Yeah, Y
Yaya
A H
Gosling?
Y A.
I didn't know
Nope.
Spanish. No,
No,
I don't
it's
remember.
it's Yahya Abdul Mateen the second.
Abdul. Oh, there we go.
Mm-hmm. I forgot I have it pulled up on my computer, but yep,
Oh, he's got a great smile. Okay.
Goofy.
So,
Said the man should be like
um, what is the first gentleman's name?
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors. Okay. So Michael B. Jordan would have to get killed just for the simple fact that I really like him with his current love. I like them together. I really do. Um, hmm. 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 Mr. Majors, there's something very sexy about his personality to me. So he could definitely be my husband. And Mr. Mateen, yeah, I would sit on his face all fucking day long. I'm just saying.
I'm interested to see the ladies' comments in the chat.
Yup.
This is good. All right, couple more questions, and then we're gonna end with our last one, Mary Kill for you. All right, what is your go-to masturbation position?
Is this a general question for everybody?
No, this is you.
What is my go-to masturbation position?
hmm Because we had a conversation before where we talked about ours, but you didn't.
Yes. Oh my goodness me.
I don't remember that conversation.
Because we were talking, I think we were talking about like being leaned back or at an angle, this,
Yes.
that, or other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think
Okay, yeah, no, I have to lay completely flat. Like no pillow under my head, no,
No
like
leg up.
completely flat. Yeah, completely flat on the bed.
Okay.
And then an
so.
interesting thing, full disclosure, I very rarely use toys, even though I have toys. Because um oh my goodness me. I'm trying to think of how to say this.
Just say it. Just say it.
I have very strong Kegel abilities where it doesn't require insertion of any kind in order to achieve orgasm. Um, and I'm usually able to make myself come in under 5 minutes.
Bro, that is the dopest shit I ever fucking heard.
You know why? I've said this before. Like, I've spent a lot of time with my body. I've spent a lot of time learning my body. I spent a lot of time, figuring out what my pleasure zones are, what I enjoy in terms of like my pain threshold and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And so, you know, because, okay, so one of the reasons why I learned to do it is because
How?
I
Like,
was at work one day and felt some type of way, and I went into the bathroom to masturbate. And because I knew that I couldn't make noise, and because I knew I had a limited window of time, I had to figure out how to achieve what I wanted to achieve quickly, noiselessly, and with as little effort as possible, but for the most bang possible.
Gotcha.
And so that kind of just continued. So then when I got home and I was like, oh, well, that was really good. What would it feel like with me laying down in the comfort of my bed? And then that just became a thing. So I have a surefire technique where in under 5 minutes, without a lot of stimulation and without penetration, oh yeah, I give myself a better orgasm than anybody could possibly give me.
so
Now,
I
do
got a
you
question.
go ahead,
Yes.
son?
Is that like do you have to take your mind and like to a place to get there, or could you just do it pure physically by contracting muscles? Do you understand?
Both.
You could
Wow.
do either or you need
Yeah,
both.
I can do both.
You could just wow.
Fuck your head
Yeah.
up, Slim.
That's
That's what you
fucking
can do.
control, bro. That's fucking control.
So I have a question then. Do you,
Oh, I
every
got
time that you do it, is that your like go to like yo, let me get my 5 minutes in and then I'm done, or do sometimes you take a little bit longer? Do you switch it up, do a
Yeah,
little something
like
different?
so if I smoke, then I will push myself to slow it down. So I will do orgasm control with myself. So I will push myself to the edge and I will get right there. And then I'll have to do something to distract myself and bring it back down again. And then I'll bring myself up to the top again and then stop and bring it back down. Honestly, the most that I can do that is maybe 4 times before it's like, you know what, fuck it. My body just starts to come whether I want it to or not.
Okay, you're. I, let me get this one out real quick, Slim.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you can squirt, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know that. No, we
Yes. Yeah. No, we want to hear from Yes, correct. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Um. Now with that, we had a conversation on the podcast recently,
Yeah.
or y'all have to go back and listen to that part. But we talked about something that us men can do. Are you able to do that with like your squirt? Do you feel it coming at where you can stop it, bring it back in, and get to that point where you're about to release? I'm not a woman. I don't know how the body works, so I'm curious. Like the same
Oh,
thing we talked about
yes.
you could
being
probably
able to
hold that
hold our
shit.
cum,
She
and
could hold
then
that
Mhm.
shit. Shit
so
tight.
Yeah, I
does
can
it
I
feel
can stop
weird
it
for
from
you?
coming. The thing is, it's like I've been told that the person can feel when it's coming,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll literally say to me, "Why did you stop it?" And I'll
Mm-hmm.
say, "Because I didn't want to give it to you."
Oh,
Yeah, I've had that happen before.
I've had that happen.
Yo, Slim is reliving it right now.
I know, baby. I know.
Look,
I
'cause sometimes
get it.
you're sitting there like, "What you mean? Like,
You know,
why?"
you could
Yeah,
feel
it's
it
like,
now. It's always that, yo, what you doing? What you doing?
or
Like,
I'll tell them like, because you haven't earned it yet. So, and
that's
then and I
Mm.
think that it provokes a challenge because it's like, oh, I haven't earned it. Okay, no problem. And then it's like I'm gonna get it from you, and I'll be like, you can try.
listen. I got a question about your clitoris.
Yes, sir.
Uh, are you? Is it that is like your hood pulled back or something? Is your like? Could you just tighten that shit up? Like, could you just contract your muscles to hit that spot right? Like, how do that shit happen? Val, I'm asking it scientifically from a physiological perspective. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
give me the question again. I don't think I heard the first part.
I'm saying like, your is your hood pulled back? Like,
Mr. L.
you feel me? Like, and Mr. L
Like,
took the and
good.
Mr. L took the beanie off. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, Val crying.
Yeah. Yo, Slim is killing me today, bro.
Slim, I am not circumcised. The hood is not pulled back. There.
Yo, yo, yo,
Oh gosh. Whew.
bro. I
Oh my
can't.
goodness me.
I can't.
I'm
Last,
sorry.
this is a two-part question. All right, and this is gonna be
Yes.
your last one.
All right,
All
got it.
right. What is something that you learned from your worst relationship? It could be something that a partner has told you either about yourself, um, or something that you learned through that journey, but something that you learned during your worst relationship, not just any relationship, like the worst one that you could possibly think of. Um, and if it's, diving too far into opening up old wounds or something like
No,
that.
no, no. You're fine.
So that's part one of the question. And secondly, what does your perfect partner consist of internally?
Okay. So, what is a lesson I learned about myself
Um,
from my
just in
worst
general,
experience?
something that either. So when I say worst relationship, I guess because worst relationship doesn't necessarily have to mean that the partner was the worst. It could have just been you two together being like the relationship was just wrong on all aspects,
Right.
and that's what made it the worst. But just something that you learned from it. It can be about yourself. It can be about relationships in a whole that you decided like, yo, this does not work for me at all. I'm going to carry over into my new relationship. We're not gonna carry that into the next one.
I would say the biggest lesson that I learned. So my longest relationship was about 12 years. Um, and a lot of why I stayed, one was because we had children. Two, because I felt a sense of obligation to the relationship because so much time had been invested. And then, familial expectations and all that kind of shit. Pressure from the women in my family and all this kind of stuff. But what I learned from that and what I learned over the years and I apply is that my happiness is equally as important as anyone else's. And I'm not obligated to stay with anyone to make them feel better about themselves for their lack of accountability and for not having any real intentions for me. What I have found with myself over the years is that people like the idea of me because I'm fun, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like I'm open-minded and all this kind of stuff. But they don't really have a plan for you. They just know that they like you and they want to try to keep you in some kind of way. And so, in past, I would stay because I felt bad, but I don't play that shit anymore. I have learned and I
Mm-hmm.
embrace and I practice that my happiness matters as much as the other person's. And I'm not going to stay in a situation because of guilt, not for anyone. Um,
Love it.
so yeah, that's
That's great. That's what that
Hey,
is. That is great. That's gems. I hope
bro,
someone
drop the gems, yo.
someone who is in this live or watching this and needed to hear that you heard it and that you
yeah.
took that to heart. All right, because it's spot on. All right, now, what does your perfect partner consist of internally? If you give us like 3 to 5 things, and we can take
Um,
out the because like the loyalty thing in there, the respect thing, all of that. Like yes, so take the normal answers out for AJ for you.
yes.
What does it consist of?
It's important for me to be with someone that doesn't take themselves so seriously.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that, I mean that, like people who don't actually know how to laugh. I was with a man before that, like I would tease him and he got mad one day and said, "Why are you always teasing me? Why are you always jeering me?" I'm like, "I'm just joking."
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And I thought to myself, like, why are you taking yourself so seriously? Like, if you've done something and I'm teasing you, like you've got food on your face, I'm like, oh, you can't keep the food in your mouth or you're a messy eater. Like, I'm joking around with you. Like, why would you get so offended? Like, oh, why are you just telling me? You know what I mean? Just
Mm-hmm.
unnecessarily so. So being with somebody who doesn't take themselves quite so seriously is important to me. You have to be able to laugh at yourself. You have to be able to have lighthearted moments. I think even like sexually, we get so preoccupied and caught up with the intensity of sex that we actually forget to enjoy the moments where there is an actual ha-ha moment. So like we're having sex and I pull a hamstring. It doesn't have to be a whole
He's
big
funny.
production. I'm laughing my ass off like, yo, brother, stop, 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 my leg, stop, stop, stop. And I'm thinking it's a ha-ha moment. And then, you know what I mean? Like he wants to be serious, like, oh, why are you being so dramatic? Why are you carrying on like that? I'm like, okay, I have a Charlie horse. Can we
Yeah.
just stop? You know
Mm.
what I mean? Instead of it being like a lighthearted moment, like he was just very serious. So
That'd be
someone who
funny to
takes
catch a
themselves
Charlie
too
horse while you
seriously,
were riding.
say that again.
So that'd be funny to catch if you caught a Charlie horse while you were riding.
Yeah, I've done
Charlie
that.
horse
And that shit's
riding.
not fucking
Yeah,
funny.
but
I will tell
if
you.
you go to Charlie
I
Horse,
literally
It's the
fell
it's the
sideways.
it's the wordplay. It's the wordplay. It's the wordplay, y'all. Charlie
Yeah,
horse riding.
I
yeah,
got
that's just crazy.
I
But
get it.
yeah, someone who
I,
doesn't take themselves too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Communication, I know we talk about it and maybe it's an overrated, overused word, but communication
Never.
is really important to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
um and for me, I'm the kind of person, I tell people, like, I will ask a redundant question, not because I'm trying to catch you in a lie, not because, it's just for my own clarification so that I clearly understand what it is that you're communicating to me, and so that I'm able to say it back to you in my own words and you hear it with understanding. So communication is really important to me. trying to work through a relationship with someone who doesn't genuinely want to talk to you, it just makes things more difficult. And then I become uninterested in trying to make things better because you refuse to talk with me about what's going on. You refuse to hear me when I'm trying to convey to you the way that I feel. It can't just be one-sided. Like, I can't be trying to soothe you all the time and then there's no reciprocity. That doesn't work for me. And a willingness to try different things, whether it's a food, whether it's exploring a new culture, whether it's, just doing an activity that they've never done before. A willingness to try is really important to me. I don't understand people who say they don't like something and they've never actually tried the something, but they know definitively that they don't like it. How? Oh, well, I just don't like the way it looks, so I know I'm not going to like it. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my entire existence. Just dumb.
I
So
agree. I think there
those
are
are three
few
things.
things that I would, just automatically, I'm just like, no, I'm good. I'm
Really?
I mean, it's hard.
absolutely.
There's some things
Uh,
we're just a hard no on, right?
but I think those are
But how
good
do you know
things
you
though.
wouldn't like it? You keep talking about blowing in your booty hole. You probably didn't know that you liked that until somebody tried it.
Exactly. That's why I keep talking about it. That's what I'm saying. I hear that, but there's certain things that are still like a hard no. Like,
See, I don't even buy that because at some point that was a hard no for you. I promise you.
yeah, you're absolutely right.
Mm.
You're absolutely right.
Mm.
Then that's exactly my point. How do you know until you tried it?
Well,
I
let me
figure
say this.
like give
Certain
it a go
things.
once, and if you hate it, then don't do it.
Gotcha.
I'm done.
I have my limits where I just will not
Yeah,
cross. And
Y'all are
like
killing me.
I
certain
mean, no,
things
no, for the
that
most, yeah,
Yeah,
there's
like
certain things
Val.
where I
Val's a
can.
cool cucumber. Val's like, I ain't got shit to say.
Val, you try anything once. You did say that last episode, and I thought that was a little weird to me. But it's you. You know what I mean?
No, I would probably try everything once,
Stop.
but it does depend on exactly what it is. It depends
That's
on what it is.
But
that's
also
all I'm
too,
saying.
and with somebody and with someone that you trust, you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
say,
to
like
trust.
Val, you have a whole wife, you have a whole life partner. If
Yeah,
you can't explore with your life partner, who can you explore with? And
touche.
people have this mindset that like, oh, they're thing. But you know what? It again, like if it's with somebody that you trust, if it's somebody that you love, how do
Yep.
you know that you're not going to enjoy it? Slim, you're going to be my example all the time. At some point in your life, you said absolutely nobody's blowing in my booty hole.
Yeah,
And then one day you took a chance and somebody did. And guess what? You liked it. So
I mean,
how do you know?
she took the
So,
chance.
Mr. L, I'm going to say the same thing for you.
whoa,
Maybe,
whoa, whoa,
you know
whoa!
what?
Before you say
Maybe you
that,
haven't met your person yet. I'll say that.
Ah,
before you,
good
before
point.
you, before
Good
you
point.
say that, okay, I'm thinking, and I don't think that there has ever
That
been a
nigga had
time in my
full
life
blown.
that I
I think
have
he has.
thought where I was just like, yo, like ever since I've known what it was, I don't think there's ever been a point in time in my life where I was just like, yo, no, I wouldn't want them to do that. Like as far as like the booty hole thing, not
Mm.
blowing it, you spit and it's
Not
fine,
blowing it, but
but
that's just a
but
metaphor.
like to get it eaten basically, like no,
Right.
like ever since no, looks a little interesting. Like for me, my hard limits, I have like 3 or 4 really like hard limits where I won't like I'm not doing it. I don't care what anybody says or who I'm with. Like, hey, these are 4 things that I'm just not okay with doing. You
Okay.
know, so yeah, and I don't think those 4 like they're y'all know me. I'm an experimentalist all day, every day. So that's why I limited it where I just like 4. And anything else that may not be as hard of a limit, that may be like, a little bit softer, it's because like I know the feeling of roughly something similar to it. And if that made me feel uncomfortable, even though they
Okay.
can be 2 different things, and I'm like, no, because I know I tried something similar before. So therefore, like one thing, I don't want like the leather mask, whatever, like bodysuit, latex, whatever it is,
Yes.
the black jacket.
Yes.
I do not want that where I am suffocated. I do not like the
Yeah.
feeling of being
Yeah.
suffocated, or unless my face is getting sat on. But with that in that aspect, I'm just like, no.
Right.
Um,
I think, yeah, like Katie McLean said, I think hard limits are a little different because things that invoke fear in a person or
Mm-hmm.
anxiety. So anything around maybe like claustrophobia,
Yeah.
anything around
Yes.
being restricted, like things that
Mm-hmm.
cause you to go in panic mode, I think is a very different conversation than being open to trying things that are more freely sexual than
Like I can't have a dick
And
anywhere near or around my mouth. I start to get anxiety. I break out in hives and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not good for me, like medically. So
so I was gonna say like we're gonna take like the like because preference as well. Like I
Preference.
yeah.
with whatever your sexuality is, you know, you if I tell you that I'm this, you should never ask me like, hey, I want to see you do
that's
that with another man. You know, now you're not respecting
Right.
me. You know, so
Yeah, hard
that's
limits.
But
that's
this
mm.
in a one, okay, so let's say it's
So
just a
because
one-on-one situation. This is not something that involves anybody else. This is with a person that you trust. It is just you and that one person.
absolutely, and
Okay.
that's what I agree. I know, just thinking like a man, you know, that's usually where a lot of men's mind go. It's just like, yeah, with another dude, and I'm not doing nothing with another guy. Just like there are some women who are just like, oh, I'll never do anything with another woman. I respect it. You never will. I would never ask you to. You know.
no.
Stop it, Katie. All right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Katie's our one.
we're gonna go with our last fuck Mary Kill for AJ,
We gotta hurry up.
Oh
and
man,
then we're gonna
Oh,
wrap this episode up. So
please and thank you.
this one is more the old heads. Old heads. The old heads. So Method Man,
Hey,
Oh,
Morris
fuck and
Chestnut.
Mary. You
Hold
can
on,
hey.
kill the
Morris.
other
No,
two.
no, no,
I don't
no,
even
no, no,
care
no,
who the
no,
other two
no,
are.
no, no, no. You can't do that because we
Okay,
couldn't
all
do that.
right,
So therefore,
okay.
you can't. Morris Chestnut.
she's gonna kill him. Go ahead.
I feel like
Who?
she's gonna kill this last person. Morris Chestnut.
Yes, okay.
Um,
Who's the last one?
and The Rock. We'll go with The Rock.
Oh, bro, I think this shit was written down. You just out with this shit.
No, no, no.
Okay,
I had The
Method
Rock, but I had
Method
somebody else
Man.
in mind that I had
Uh,
wanted to replace him
Method
with. So I wasn't
Man,
sure.
he could have my babies. Like Method Man could have my everything. He could have all the juice. He could have my cookies, my snacks. He could have everything. Meth, I would marry because my
shit, no.
God, whoo,
You would
Cuckold.
love to wake up beside that every day, wouldn't you, AJ?
every day, every day. I'm not a clingy kind of person, but with him, oh, I would definitely. Okay, so marry Meth. Fuck The Rock, kill Morris Chestnut. I don't like him. Never have.
Wow. Okay.
I
Yeah,
am
he
surprised.
even like in my younger days, because we're all in the same age range, which is interesting. Yeah, he's never appealed to me. I've always thought of him as like just I don't know, he's never done it for me. I never saw the appeal of him. But
All right.
Method Man, good God Almighty, that man, no disrespect to his wife, but boy, I would take 5 minutes from him if that's all I could get, like big and serious.
All right. We're
I'm
gonna
just
start a
saying.
bracket, and all of your final answers, we're gonna put them against each other. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up an episode of A Girl and Three Guys tonight,
Yay!
where our usual host AJ has taken the hot seat tonight. We appreciate you all jumping in and participating with us, commenting in the comments as you always do. Like I said, this is not just us four. This is us four and y'all. This thing would not be popping as it is without y'all. So we appreciate it. We
Yes.
love you guys. Yo, starting with Val, let the people know where they can find you, where they can listen to your upcoming things, and any type of giveaways that you may have going on.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. So I'm gonna piggyback off of Mr. L really quick. Everybody in the comments, thank you so much for all your comments. AJ did an amazing job in the hot seat. Great job. You know, this show was live, so thank you again for all the comments and all that stuff because you guys really do make the show as well. My name is Val, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever it is. Love Lessons by Val. What I aim to do is to help you guys cultivate the healthy dating and relationship lives that you all deserve. The wife who's in the comments, a day of royalty. She's running a giveaway for Valentine's Day. I'm a part of it. She's giving away a whole bunch of stuff. Go on her page and go look. I'm not gonna let you know. Go on her page and go look. What I'm giving away is a free either a couples. Look at Slim. That's what I'm talking about. That's the massage table
Yes.
right there. You know, and that's part of the package. So
Mm.
some of the stuff that she's giving away. What I'm giving away is a 1 hour free either a couples session or a solo session, understanding your dating scene, whichever it is. And then we have another individual who's giving away some makeup, and then somebody else that's giving away a surprise. So just check on the rules on her page, and you'll see what's up. Um, and then, podcast, Intricacies of Dating and Relationships. Please go subscribe, all that good stuff. If you have any constructive criticism, please give it, because I'm only trying to get better and better. I'm not a pro, so let me know. And again, as always, sessions, solos, couples, I'm understanding your dating scene, whatever it is, DM me. Thank you very much.
Slim.
It's that Nefertiti, yo. Thank you, Day Royalty.
Yes.
Check it out. I'm Slim Stay Scheming. I'm the Genuine Savage. I'm the goon that get you in the room. I'm representing
I like that.
Vibes. We found on all streaming platforms. That's Audible, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere. Obviously, Three Guys and a Girl. Please go follow our new YouTube page that the beautiful queen took her fucking time and put together. We appreciate your efforts. Thank you so
My
much.
pleasure.
I'm also representing For Platonic on Mandrill Cruise. Please go check us out. We got things in works coming down the pike with that. Please check us out on IG. I can be found on Twitter at The Genuine Savage. Thank you for coming. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you for all the feedback. I was a little lit this fucking episode, but y'all love it. And Mr. L, thanks for hosting this shit, bro. Like, bro, you killed that.
Appreciate you.
Slim, next go around you're hosting, so you got to be sober.
Hey.
I got a host? I thought I was going to be in a hot seat. I got a host?
No, Slim's in the hot seat the next one.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, so Val's hosting.
Hey,
I
okay.
like it. I like it.
But we appreciate y'all. We appreciate all the comments. Please, anybody new to the game, go follow our IG page and I'll let them shout it out because I don't even know the shit, honestly. I know it, but I don't want to fuck it up. And that's it. Take it away.
No, it's not on me. Not tonight. I ended.
Oh, you got to end it. That's
Oh,
right.
AJ.
Fuck.
So, thank you to everyone. My guys, I love you. Thank you. This was great. It was good. It was therapeutic. It was cathartic for me because I'm not normally on this side, so I definitely appreciate it. Mr. L, thank you so much for hosting. To everyone who joined the live, everyone who laughed and bust a gut and dropped 2 tears, shared something about themselves, whether it was your opinion or a personal experience, to everyone who commented, to everyone who was in the chats and supported someone else that said something that they, shared. We appreciate you. Thank you for being part of this journey with us bi-weekly and for being here rocking with us. Please make sure that you check out our YouTube channel. The link is on our Three Guys and a Girl homepage. On Instagram, the link is there. Just click it, follow, subscribe, like, share, tell 2 people, tell those 2 people to tell 2 people. And yeah, I just appreciate you. So I'm AJ Badass Jones, host of the Pum Pum Chronicles podcast. Can be found on all platforms where podcasts can be found. Number of different ways that you can get in contact with me. You can also follow my personal page, which is badass_Jones_. And that's it.
There we go. There we go. I appreciate all 3 of you. This has definitely been entertaining. AJ, you did great. It's fantastic. Everybody
Thanks.
loves you. Everybody. The people have been wanting more of AJ.
Yep.
And you get gems. You get gems. I think I did pretty good for my first time hosting.
You absolutely did. Kudos to you. Yay.
I feel like it was last moment too, bro.
Right?
But yo, as always, a few things before I do. So one, AJ, safe travels this
Thank
weekend,
you.
whenever you head out. In a world where recently, because of certain podcasts that are ran by Black men, that tear down Black women or women in general, or just give a really not positive aspect. You have 4 people here who have podcasts or are affiliated with podcasts, with Vows, with 973 Vibes, with the Poom Poom Chronicles, and of course with From the Mind of Mr. L here, where you can come and listen. And it's non-judgmental content where everybody is treated equally and fairly, and we like to have fun. We like to talk our shit, but we keep it fairly. So please go especially share to other people, so that way they can see that, hey, there's dope podcasters out here doing their thing, and they're Black, and they're representing, and they're speaking positivity. All right. So go do that. Thank you all in the chat again. As always, I am Mr. L, the host of From the Mind of Mr. L podcast, where we discuss topics revolving around sex, which is kinks, life, relationships, love languages, a host of different things, music, where I just had the most recent episode with these three lovely people. So if you enjoyed this live, you would definitely enjoy the episode that we just did. I am the compassionate Dom, the sensual sadist, Southern Gem with a sprinkle of filth. Yo, Mr. Oh, before we go, again, check on your strong friends, check on yourself, get the help that you need, reach out to people. We all got one life to live for the most part, unless you believe in multiples. But either way, yo, check on your folks. Depression is real, anxiety is real, all these things are real, and people need help sometimes. Sometimes they can just use, some uplifting words or a smile. So I'm always going to advocate for that, no matter where I am, what platform I'm on. All right. We appreciate you all. Everybody have a great night.
Peace.
Too young, too weak. Bring your friend back.